This could be pretty spicy. LNZ spotted them all out as well. So there to kickstart things, and he does well. X-Cloud in front.
That smoke is brutal. He's going to try and force the fight here. And actually goes down. The Galil's coming to life here. They've got a 5 versus 3 looking at their first round here in the semi-final. So much money to work with, though. You'd imagine they're going to go for this all the same. Spray down from Tanir looked pretty brutal, but that should be enough to guarantee this round. Another tactical timeout paying dividends. Some pious. X-Cloud. Definitely want to at least give it a look in. You can see them rotating respawn. At the very least, try and contain the T's and take out as many players as they can. See the crowd rallying behind the troops there. First round guaranteed.
I know we've got money and plenty of it to kind of work with for this heroic side, but there's just no point giving them an AWP. When you're on the flip side and Chinggis Royals do not have the cash to buy into an AWP, don't give them the chance to have one for free. Sampayas, he's going to be tested here. He misses a shot, so now they know exactly where he is. Second time of asking Sampayas, what have he got for us? Hits him with a pistol. Still going to be chased and still delivering shots as well. But down he goes to Ariukul. That AWP should be recovered. It is recovered.
Changing up the objective here. Need to start posting a few in a row, of course. Can't afford to just give this one back up. It wasn't the cleanest of rounds with 3 players going down, courtesy of Sampayas. And speaking of which, the Spaniard stepping up once again. Opens things up here. Mid-control found. And Tanir taken down. Starting to come to life here. Starting to win some of these key jewels. The split through Donut. Looking very successful as well. X-Cloud fighting back, my God. Gets himself a double. But still a very winnable situation here. CT swinging around as the bomb gets planted. And E-Fire actually stepping up. They've got another winnable scenario here. Bomb to be planted.
This is a timing play. Linus, he's sneaking around as well. E-Fire, he doesn't know. He's going to get dicey. Down he goes into the 1 versus 1. Linus has won these before, and he can't win it this time. Controllers steps up in the head-to-head with the IGL as the back. Whether he even considers this close angle, E-Fire.
Oh, he's going to consider it, my friend.
Yeah, knowing Sampayas. He might not even push, though. You might just leave the rifle here. Youngster, he overlooks it. Oh, my God, that nearly got so dicey. Talk about overlooking. Rude doesn't look to his close left, so LNZ will step up. Bomb's going back towards A.
I can't believe he gets away with that kill. Tanir, though, this is a position that may be overlooked at this stage. It's going to be Tanir. Now he's going to be in a difficult scenario. They know exactly where he is, and there it is, dropped 2 versus 2. Starting to thrive now. Another advantageous situation for Chinggis Warriors. Controllers will be coming in through Donut. His teammate resides on the bomb site. Needs to try and stay alive. Not like that. Not the jump, Neo. Anything but the jump.
The worst possible thing to do in that situation. Now into the 1 versus 2. Controllers stepped up in a big way before. Needed it here, but couldn't deliver it.
That's
this time, Linus wins it out in that head-to-head that they've been having.
Heavy nade damage there towards Big Box. The retake's about to commence. Smokes are deployed towards Donut and main. Flashbang over. Deep breath, and in they go. It's LNZ's been having a fantastic game, only good for 1 this time. The youngster doubles up, and the bomb's taking at some pace now. It comes down to the Mac 10, hiding in the smoke, hoping to deny the defuse. He's got to go for it. They're not ready for this. He's won the round.
Oh! No, he hasn't! No, he hasn't. 1 more bullet. Youngster was barely like 16 points of HP.
More and more damage being inflicted. Oh, Youngster, this is such a perfect play. He can spray multiple players down here. They're boosting on the other side. They'll at least get 1, but the damage is done in more ways than 1 here. 4 versus 3. And for now, 60 HP on E-Fire. Not much else to work with here. They've got that 1 smoke, couple of flashes, and Linus will be considering his options. Displaying the more passive approach, though, doesn't need to go for the push. Trying to hold them at bay, calling for rotation, and they might not need it. Sampayas manhandling them with the AWP, but finally taken down here. 3 versus 2. Linus playing in front of the smoke. Hoping no one can sneak through here. 50 seconds. Need some backup.
Just far back in towards that corner. LNZ's going to check as well. Messes it up, though. Will they expect the second? That is the big question. They don't. X-Cloud delivers. Bomb still going to go down. Ariukul is barely alive as well. He's not got a chance, really. Has to hit some crisp shots. Swing and a fight. Ariukul gives them a lifeline. Is Tanir. But a Molotov down. That's going to make life so awkward. And Tanir steps up. So well played.
With that low HP, he was going to go down to the incendiary. He'd already hit a banger. He was feeling himself.
Ariukul's round the corner too with the bomb. Smoke will go down. E-Fi's got to know. He's got to know. E-Fi's gone past him. He's got to know Tanir's in there. There he is. He turns around. It's a little labored, but he gets there nonetheless. All that matters is he gets over the line. Looks for a second, but he can't deliver on that one. X-Cloud answers back.
Need this final round, boys. It's your map pick. You've been demolished here in the first half. A Molotov and a smoke to work with. It's not much, but it's something. That smoke goes down towards CT.
I love this. This is so smart. Haruka might not expect it on the timing, and he
Definitely
won't.
not.
Just caught so off guard by it. All down to one man.
That's the bomb, I believe, as well.
Yeah, surely no chance for Coolis in this one. He's on a slow game,
Hang on.
Coolis, but that's
Hang
a
on.
crispy shot. Coolis has got something in the locker. X-File isn't exactly healthy, 21 points of HP. There could still be something brewing. 40 seconds to work with here. He's not in too much of a rush. Got a molly, got a smoke. He might just be trying to give himself a chance here. X-File's just going to tuck all the way towards backside. Coolis spamming. They know where he is. Now going to draw over that rotation of LNZ. Surely this has got to be a lost round. That Molotov will force X-Cloud out, but he does get out sort of for free. Coolis hits the shot, and there might still be a bit of a chance here. 9 points of HP. This would be miraculous in a 1 versus 3 swing, but he cannot find 10-2. Heroic, a dominant display.
Excellent work.
Flashing. E-Fire taking that first fight. Rui is around that corner. We're looking for that first kill for him. He's struggling, and it will continue. What a swing, what a fight for some players.
Come on,
As they
come
look
on.
for more. X-File will get one. E-Fire answers back, and he gets
They're
out.
going to bail out now as well.
Yeah.
It's such a sick call. Like, you know you've got a couple of kills. You know the panic setting in. The comms and players dropping like flies as they do go towards A. The CTs are reading it well, though. We do need a couple of bangers here from CT Spawn. 4 versus 2. Controllers, you've had your moments. Can you step up again? Sneaking through Spawn, but taking so much damage, and
Well played.
unfortunately, Fire goes down. That's going to be it for the pistol, and probably it for Chinggis Warriors here on Ancient. Real nice one, isn't it? Actually, he does his job perfectly.
Yeah.
Flushes them out. There's a ton of damage. Speaking of which, Rue has arrived on the server, gets his
Let's
first
go.
kill. It's in the second half, but they have the man advantage for now. So a lot of work to be done here. Oh, that's a ambitious duel, and one he will not come out on top of.
So Pius is staying over towards A with the bomb. Tanir's going to go and try and get some control. That's the bomb down now. So this control here by Tanir over towards B, all for nothing in the end. He was maybe going to try and be a bit of an insurance policy for rotates or actually drag them back over, but I think Pius feels like he's stuck there, doesn't know what to do.
I think he's got no time to really do much with this. He's hoping to cause some financial damage, but not going to happen. Aim of the game at this stage is to hold on to the AK-47 and take it to the next round. Bear in mind, the money's going to be a bit of an issue here. They are going to force around this AK, but it'll be Tech 9s, Kevlar, and some basic util.
Yeah, I do wonder. That is an absolutely outrageous shot.
Disgusting.
One tap as well, by the way. Only used 1 bullet. That is ridiculous. 3 versus 4. 2 kits in play for Chinggis Warriors as well, but there's still a chance. You're still going to believe it. Tanir's alive with that AK-47.
He fancies
You cannot count them out. Let's see what Tanir's got. Spotted out on the left-hand side, and he will fall flat. So Pius does get 2 with the Deagle. This round's still on. Tap one towards the bomb. X-Tron's going to play around, but down he goes. Another tap. This time it might be a stick. It's all down to what some Pius can do. Time is running out, and they pull off the defuse by the finest of margins. But that is an expensive round.
It really is. Oh, they almost lost their final player there as well. You can see the concessions presented, and it's going to be aggression once again. X-Cloud has been bested a couple of rounds in a row. His teammates Pius and Tanir dropping. So, it looks like they've done enough here to force out an eco.
Feels incredibly unlikely. Youngsters is in a lot of trouble. He's flashed as well. He's alive only briefly. And the last man is spotted, and known quantity. Lana's going to lead by example. And this one is very unlikely. He's run out of ammo too. Deagle pulled out, but he's traded out just 1. So
might be going for an aggressive maneuver of their own. They're getting closer and closer to the ramp. Controllers covering them. And yeah, it's going to be a 2-man push with a flashbang over the top.
I love this.
Are they ready for this heroic? We'll find out. The flashbang doesn't hit the mark, but Rue certainly does. Really coming to life now in the semi-final. Finds himself a double kill. They get 3 in total. And Youngster trying to battle back with X-Cloud, but it's not enough. Round number 7 guaranteed.
this is CW back and kicking. This is why this side have locked their spot in towards the major. And a shot to close it. What a shot as well to finish by controllers. With that AWP. So at least that's a guarantee. They're going to try and get this control though, Heroic. That's the right call, Rue. Needs to turn around. The spam on the break of the smoke will work well for Rue. And let's see he'll answer back, but a lot of damage dealt. This gets really interesting now. It's swing and a find from Sampayas. Round back on. Tanir delivers with the AK. And he does it twice. Oh my, coolest. With it all to do in a 1 versus 3. Here's the no-scope. And 2 more to find as well. This round still on smoke down. Opts for the Khalil. Probably the right call with the HP to LNZ. But it all comes down to this.
Oh, the AWP on this sort of scenario, I don't think it's
just
possible,
saving.
Neo. He's got to fall back.
No time.
It's disappointing finish to a very exciting round, but it is going to be the partial investment from Heroic and the individual prowess and skill shining through there.
And three of the most important players towards this side right now, swinging a 5-4 route. He is back, baby, and so is Coolest. Delivering for shot on X-Val, who's gone so quiet in this second. It's down to 3 already.
Yeah, he can't really get going at all.
He's quite desperate as well, you can see.
Lovely bait and switch setup there from CW as well. The AWP holding the main angle and then the rifle covering the swinging players. They get both kills, barely take any damage on Rue, forcing the hand of Heroic now. The round's not necessarily over, but it's going to be very challenging. Taneer rising to the occasion with the AK-47 in hand. A bomb site, now the focal point of the round. Perfectly timed Molotov. Oh my God, it's an ambitious maneuver. 1.5 kills. And a 3 versus 2 now, bomb to be planted. They are going to try and push the smoke, and that might be
bold.
the decision that leads to the unraveling here of CW.
I don't know if he needs to do that for Ariukul. That's so costly. He's had a really strugglesome
Could have
map.
waited there. The man advanced essentially with a...
Coolest was just behind him. Speaking of, here he is. He's trying to piece his way forward through here. He needs to isolate this fight, but it's all down 2-1 now as well. And he'll deliver. Okay. Retake successful. Ariukul.
Every single time it feels like, but can they hold on? Rue, you've been so impressive. You've recovered your game here in the second half. Can he hold on? Feeling too much pressure. Has to retreat to the safety of the cave as Sampaio smothers him in the back lines. The bomb will not be planted. They do not anticipate a player towards long, and all of a sudden the round is back on here.
Big flank from Linus coming through mid right now. It's only 2 towards the site.
Yeah,
Taneer
they might
will
delay the
collect that
plan.
bomb. Bomb goes down too. E-Fire trying to spam controllers, moving
Oh,
forward,
boys.
and denied. Plays so well, he can't quite get out, but job done for him. Under a minute now. 2 versus 1. Sampaio, he has no idea of where the second is. It doesn't matter. Brilliant from E-Fire, stepping up. CW are making a map out of this somehow, some way. And Coolest has been pulled off the angle, but Coolest still hitting a shot.
Perfectly
He just
played.
doesn't seem to miss right now. Everything is being found with actually such ease.
They can still do this.
He doesn't need to rush on this retake. We saw Ariukul make that mistake. They've got the numbers game. 3 versus 5 in favor of, and it's going to be all the more easier. Hang on, Youngster for 3. Round back on. 1 versus 2 Sampaio. He's so far away though. He starts to move forward. He might be heard in a moment by E-Fire. He is, and he's shut down. Flank unsuccessful. CW double digits.
I cannot believe what we're seeing here. Heroic can't catch a break. Partial investment. We got that maximum loss bonus, and they have got the bomb down there. So 5 AKs once again. Can they close things out? They are struggling now as Chinggis Warrior fighting back, but an opening frag is the wallbang. Rue holds on, maintains a 4-on-4 situation.
Miss flash. Still, Sampaio now has to send it in. He's in front of the Molotov. It might just work in his favor. He completely catches Rue off guard. Very quietly into a 3 versus 3. What a spam. What a lineup. E-Fire might have to drop here as well. X-Cloud, what a time to turn.
Man.
That could cost them the map.
These guys are tenacious, Neo. They never give up.
No.
They fight back once again, snatch away the advantage. It's the AWP. I don't think they can hold on this time. A great effort, admirable throughout this map. They were 10-2 down in the first half. They fought back tooth and nail. 13-10. They have Heroic sweating here. They still have a smoke and a flash here, slowing things right down. Spread across the map. 1B, 1 middle. A Rampan Palace covering every facet here on Mirage. But Rue finds himself in a bit of hot water here, pinned in the corner.
Doesn't have the support of Coolest at the very least. This might be a little helpful. E-Fire, Rue combining, looking for more and delivering it as E-Fire makes it a double, and it's all down to 1 man. Linus had some real nice moments in that first half, but this one feels highly, highly unlikely. 1v5 for him, and he's being whittled away, down already to 0 points of HP. What a way to start for CW.
Well, we saw this on the first half of Ancient as well. It was a complete whitewash for Heroic. They got their 5 kills and now getting a taste of their own medicine.
Re-aggression, I guess you could call it, from the Heroic side. Looks
another
like,
tag.
But not a lot. Oh my god, that's damage, that's kills coming through. This is now where things get really, really dicey. It's Youngster and Taneer down to 3. And you look at the HP over towards Rue, who's also in a really vulnerable state.
Managed to recover an AK-47, 2 of them. That is not good news at all. And look how active the CT side is being as well. Pushing through and in towards that ladder on the grenade. Touchdown from Taneer. It's forced by is a thing of beauty. They now have 3 rifles within their ranks. It's the 5 versus 2. Best case scenario at this point, try and get that bomb planted, but they're getting tagged left, right, and center. Some pious alley-oops Linus there for the 4th.
Force by responses very quickly quieted down the corral. They were starting to get riled up really early doors here. Coolest always just feels guaranteed for 1. No matter what scenario he's put in. I like this move through mid now. 3 in this direction, a boost in towards window 2 could be a little spicy, but Xcloud and Youngster will combine so well.
Man.
And want to rotate back in Viton here. Controllers goes down, same for E-Fire. And it's the man who started to do now has to close it in a 1v4. Needs an ace clutch as well, but a jumping MP9 just to rub salt in the wound by Linus. And that'll be a 2nd for Heroic. With only a couple of casualties, you're pretty happy with that. To there, here's them drop down as well. He's going to get cleared. No, not effectively, but Coolest with a reactionary shot clips him. What a way to find it, sneaking through that smoke by Youngster.
God.
That was an overextension, and Sampaio's also going to get caught by Rue. Wow, that fell apart so quickly. They decimated that A-hold.
They really did. No real resistance offered up. The Palace pop paying dividends. And 4 players looking likely to survive. The hunt is on though. Can they find the remaining Heroic players here? It'll be Linus and Xcloud holding on to an AK and M4 respectively. So
to be honest,
a lot of utility as well to hold on to.
They actually, yeah, they might not even hunt there just because they got 4 AKs across the board. He might just kind of just say, right, we're pretty happy with this. I know we're expecting them to have an AK of their own, but really, really good round. And it looks like they will be given that luxury of a safe save. So yeah, an AK kept over. Xcloud, who was very low with the M4. But then towards this next round, Heroic course more than enough money to rebuy back in. And this is a good chance for some players to get that all out, right? I think this is where he can do a lot of the heavy lifting. Mid-control has obviously been a real priority so far for CW. They're sending Rue there early. They're sending E-Fire there early as well. And this is where we need to see some players come and try and light things up in the server. Actually, Sampaio should take first contact here.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a really smart setup.
It's a really
Sampaio takes first contact, especially if you can get one and get out, and then they will completely overlook LNC, but he is peeking. Thankfully there, Sampaio can find one of his own and gives the opportunity to reset. Still posted, flashed off the angles and forced away. He'll drop a flash of his own.
Careful.
He's getting really out of there. He thinks he's under a lot more pressure than he might be, with the down towards the site. Coolest starts to move through. He knows at least one in towards market. Bomb goes down, planted by Ariukul. And a smoke towards short. This is a nice little setup that CW have, but they are still low.
I think they can do this, you know. Comes down to this one. Not the challenge we're looking for, but still, there is some hope here. Needs to be a quick couple of kills with these AK-47s. Not going to happen. Ariukul stepping up here. He's got a chance. There's a low HP Youngster on the other side. If he gets this kill, he's really onto something. The 4 versus 1 clutch could become a reality. Sampaio with the AWP. And down he goes. Huge clutch. Tying things up 3-3. An amazing 1v4.
An ace clutch from Ariukul. I cannot believe it. What a time for him to step up.
Sampaio, so prime position to get one. Oh. In fact, doesn't get anything. His teammates dropped as well. This is getting uncomfortable. It's getting awkward. Grenade, though, very successful. There's a ton of damage. Sampaio will find a blind kill through the smoke. Keeps him in the round. Finds a man advantage.
That is so fortunate. They are still going to be able to get out. Molotov over towards bench and stop that push through the smoke. Another flash that'll come through. One towards CT, one towards jungles. That's just going to slow them down for a moment. Rue needs to be flashed in here. Fighting dry is not the right idea. That works against them. Coolest only good for one as Ariukul is let down on the spray. And it's all down to the big man. The Mongolian Simple needs to show why he can't hit the flick. It is whiskers away. But that's not good enough. Heroic, bite back.
I'm going to start the contact play up towards short. Tanir's in a very committed position.
Yeah.
You would do well to get more than one kill in this sort of scenario. Now to take them towards short. Xcloud, lovely spray down there. Ton of damage, huge output with the AK-47. That should be enough to win the round with 20 seconds here. And there goes the AWP as well. That concludes the round here. It's just a matter of whether they can save. Nice work with the Glock. We'll give them that. AWP could be a bit of a nuisance here as well. But here comes Xcloud. Takes a little bit of damage, but ultimately he is fine. He'll be finding multiple kills this round, and E5 can't hold on. Very solid hold there. You can see they were in 2 mines throughout the round, never really got going, didn't get any map control when they commit towards middle. They are shut down through the smoke by Xcloud.
Yeah, 3 massive.
Starting to look his usual self. The double AWP setup is going to be very difficult to dislodge. Speaking of which, both of them chiming in. It is just the eco, but certainly a declaration of intent. Thankfully, they love the set piece, as I mentioned. That's the best way to shut down a double AWP setup, but it looks to be a clean sweep here. Maybe there'll be one kill to speak of, but not going to happen. Youngster closes things down. Not a single tick of damage taken there on the CT side. Very successful round.
Enough money to buy, but... Oh my god, he gets two. Oh my god, he gets two. Coolis is wrapped in behind. So this might be in a bit of an overlooked position. X-Foul going to try and find the drop, and he will. Oh, it's shut down. Suppliers. What a reaction from him. Coolis going to get caught, and that is that. A flawless round from Heroic. And off the back of CW's tack pause, that's as bad as it gets.
That's a rough one.
Okay, smoke down. Molly being set up, and that'll bounce towards under Youngster. Good chance here to isolate some fight, and he will support some bias, and it's oh so effective. Chance to reload, get out. Needs to be careful. You turn hand, but it's fine. He's bailed out. There was a moment he could have been pressured there, but they shut it down towards the A site. And honestly, they've done it effortlessly.
Wants to jump over, though. That'll be the sound cue. The flashbang's there.
Great flash.
Flashbang's very effective. He gets one. Youngster, though, so good in this position, so active, and so deadly with his aim. You can see he's ready for any duel, any battle, any angle. But is he ready for Rue?
LNZ might be able to get him anyway, right? And he will. So well played. He just doesn't need to panic, LNZ. He can really just rely on Youngster. Pop flash over him. It doesn't affect him at all. He hears him dropping down. This has got to be done. 25 seconds. We've got to make a move here.
Swing him together.
E-Fire. What can you do? He's got to get both. This would be something quite special, but it's not quite there. 9-3. That's, again, another fantastic first half from Heroic. Mid-control taken. And actually, look at this from Tanir. He is wrapped all the way through, and he might be able to get rid of the drop here. This is a crazy strong position that Tanir can hold. He can cut off all rotations. Anyone that overextends through, he can punish, and he does. Picked up the USB. It was a little dicey, but we get it over the line.
Julie's not the best weapon for that job. It's not a position or an angle you really want to be holding. You want to kind of be tucked away. Speaking of which, it's the USP recovered. And what was looking to be so promising with that initial kill is starting to spiral now. Ariuko at the back of the B bomb site. Will he be overlooked? I doubt it. He needs at least 2 kills. Not going to happen. Some Pius with the plant. Double digits confirmed. It's Coolast with a 3 versus 1. He'll give it a look in, of course. It's just a pistol, but doesn't have a kip. No util. Has to get perfect kills here, and he'll have an opportunity at some bias. My God, does he ever rise to the occasion? Feeling himself now, picking up the pace. Can he isolate these final fights? And unfortunately, he cannot.
Head in hands. I feel like
it's the set piece once again in towards the A bomb site, this time courtesy of Heroic. Up against these SMGs, they're cowering in the corner, they know what's coming, they can feel it. Deep breath, lads, try and hold on, stabilize as they do enter the bomb site. Tanir cracks things open, X-Cloud at the MAC-10, hunting them down through the smoke. And that's going to be it, I'm afraid. Nothing can be done in this round. Controllers with 1 and 12. Comes in for the A ramp, he'll give it a look in. You got to respect it. There's some Pius. Does he overlook the corner? Yeah, he does, but he only gives up the MP9. Not really a big deal. Can't really exit. He's actually doing a pretty good job with the damage. At least he gets his second kill, doubles the frag total. But that was a force buy, and you're going to have to let this one go to 12.
Just going to wait.
I'm kind of believing.
You kind of believing?
Yeah, you know what? You've convinced me. I'm back in. Let's go.
Who said I was convinced?
No, it's me. I'm ready.
Who said I was
Mr.
convinced?
Positive is back.
That's the 2 a.m. might be getting to you, Henry.
Yeah, perhaps. So, towards connector we go. It looks very unlikely if we're being serious there, but spots one, and that's going to be controllers dealt with in about 3 seconds' time. Down he goes, X-Cloud makes one of the final incisions here. Oh my God, the turret up top, up high. Nothing can be done. It would have to be one hell of a clutch here, but some Pius checking every single angle, flushes them out, and it's a clean sweep. 5 players survived there. GG, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 1 round to go.
Maybe getting underutilized in a way. Heroic should know about this. X-Cloud, he's gone so quick up towards short, and he's just completely slipped the net. Controllers, of course, can hear all of these steps, but he just doesn't clear it.
Okay, we're not done yet, ladies and gents. Well, maybe we are. A couple of kills in response. It was looking so promising with this mid-excursion. Is the bomb down? Or have they got it under control? I think they've got it, so that's the kill. That might spell the end of Chinggis Warriors here in home turf, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's just the USP, finds an AK-47. Great effort. The second map, not as promising, but you have to say, they played with some guts today.
They did. If we could have got a little bit more of that second half of Ancient, who knows what could happen towards this series. But last man of Coolest, Always the one that you want to sort of believe in, but not to be this time. Youngster shuts them down, and Heroic book their spot into the grand final against Big. And what a grand final that will be. Best of 5 here in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, for the lion's share of 250,000.